This morning, up to a second in a small country town. Grandma Kim in her 80s comes out to the yard, squatting in the yard. I am writing... Grandma's wrinkles, peaceful on the face. The smile is young yard. On the one hand, the moons are pecking at the feed. Blue beyond the wall, the fields are spread out. Farmers from afar. I hear the sound of work. After the grandmother finished using up the yard, slowly get up and straighten your back. Look up at the sky. I see it in the clear sky, watching the birds fly. Grandma mutters softly. Oh my, today is a great day too. Grandma goes into the kitchen, start preparing for breakfast. Today is chotai without rice, while boiling miso soup. Grandma is small, doesn't stop humming. After finishing breakfast, Grandma sits on the floor, start catching seeds. And long, I got used to it during March. Grandma calmly moves her hands. Let's do the thread ourselves. So peaceful, as daily life continues. Grandma doesn't know. Soon her life, that big changes will come. Afternoon, 10 days of warm sunlight. And Grandma Kim sits on the floor. Granddaughter sends it, a scarf made of semi-yarn. I'm knitting. At that time, footprints outside the gate. I hear a sound. Grandma, are you a stranger? I hear the voice of a young man. Grandma, stop knitting hands. Raise your head, looking towards the front door. Who are you? And the front door opens and a young man who appears to be in his late teens. A man enters. He has a black suit, dressed neatly. The face looks ordinary. Somewhere without knowing, it exudes a mysterious atmosphere. Yes, hello, Grandma. I'm from a neighboring village. My name is Sungwoo Lee. The man greets you politely. Grandma, I answer with a puzzled expression. Goodbye to neighboring villages. For some reason, I came to this old job. The man smiles and says, Grandma's wise story. I came here wanting to hear. The villagers said that the grandmother was very... He said you were wise. Grandma seems embarrassed. I wave my hand. Oh my, what? What does this old man do? Man in front of the floor. I continue speaking while standing. Can I come in? I'm with my grandmother. I'd like to share a story. Grandma for a moment. After hesitating, I nod my head. Draw it and come in. It's a hot day, but a glass of cool water. I need to treat you. Man politely. Take off your shoes and get on the floor. Grandma goes inside. While I went to get water, man looks around. Grandma's life in his eyes. I see traces. And old. Furniture, black and white photos on the wall. And the cane in the corner. Grandma gave me some water. Come out with a bowl. Now have a glass of cool water. The man gratefully takes the water and drinks it. He saw his eyes for a moment. It shines strangely. Grandma, without missing that sight, let's take a look, young man. What story do you want to hear? Oh, my grandmother asks. The man, I think for a moment and then answer. Grandma, and while living for a long time, what you thought was most important, what is it? Starting with this question, Grandma and young, a conversation begins between men. But my grandmother, this man is just a visitor. I start to realize that it's not true. Grandmother and young man face to face on the floor. I'm sitting. Warm afternoon. The sunlight shines on the floor. Birds can be heard from afar. And young man, as I live, most important, I asked what I thought. Grandma opens her mouth. That's a relationship with people. Men are interested. Nod your head. It's fate. Yes, in a sense. Do you think so? Grandma is a moment away. I continue speaking while looking at the mountain. There is no one in the world who lives alone. Everyone is connected to each other. Good relationships enrich life. Difficult relationships make us grow. The man seems deep in thought. Nod your head. Yes, I see, my grandmother. You are so wise. Grandma smiles. Look at the man. By the way, what kind of relationship do you have? I came to visit my grandmother. Man for a moment, he looks embarrassed. I will answer calmly soon. Yes, I am. I came to seek my grandmother's wisdom. Grandma, with sharp eyes, look at the man. That's really all. There is no other purpose. The man is silent for a moment and then says, Grandma, yes, you are really sharp. Actually, the reason I came. There is another one. Grandma nods. Okay, tell me. The man takes a deep breath. Grandma! Then suddenly, in the yard, I hear a commotion. And the moons are surprised. With a fluttering sound, I hear the sound of revelation. The grandmother stands up in surprise. Oh my, what's going on? And the man wakes up too, looking out at the yard. I'll go out and check. Grandma Dree's man. No, I'll go and see. You are here? While Grandma goes out into the yard, the man stands with a nervous expression. I saw a strange light in his eyes. It flashes. After a while, Grandma comes back. It's okay. This clothing store. I guess it was because the dog came over the wall. Your man sighs in relief. Thank God. Grandma is back in her seat. I sit down and say yes. Let's continue the story we were talking about earlier. What's the real reason I came? And the man, for a moment, I hesitate and open my mouth. Grandma! Grandma is young, waiting for the man to speak. Observe him closely. From the man's facial expressions and gestures, I feel something special. Grandma! When a man tries to continue speaking, Grandma suddenly cuts off the horse. Oh, wait, young man! In my grandmother's voice, sharpness is evident. You are not an ordinary person. The man opens his eyes wide as if surprised. Yes, what do you mean? Grandma shakes her head and says, I've lived a long time. I've met a lot of people so far. But you are something different. The light I see in my eyes. It doesn't belong to an ordinary person. Man is silent. His expression becomes more and more serious. Grandma continues to say, and when I drank the water, I saw. The water didn't touch my lips. Who are you? The man sighs deeply. Yes, too. You can't fool your grandmother. A light of doubt in my grandmother's eyes. You're the Grim Reaper. The plan of these words, the air seems to freeze for a moment. Man and grandmother look at each other, locked in silence. And after the silence, Grandma opens her mouth first. Her voice is calm. Calm, yes. If I were really the Grim Reaper, how old is this guy? I have something to ask. Man, no. The Grim Reaper is a little surprised. I made an expression, but I soon become calm. Yes, Grandma, ask anything. Grandma takes a deep breath, which begs the first question. People are the most. What do you regret? The Grim Reaper briefly. I was lost in thought and answered. With the people many people love, not spending enough time. I regret it the most. Grandma nods. I see. This is the second question. Most in the world, what is strong? The Grim Reaper answers. Yes, many people. I think death is the strongest. In fact, love is the strongest love. Because it goes beyond death. The light of emotion in my grandmother's eyes. Young. That's your last question. What is the most important thing in life? The Grim Reaper briefly. I am silent, and then answer. I met many souls. In the end, the most important thing is, it's about living in the present, dwelling on the past, without worrying too much about the future. Yes to the present, faithfully at this moment. Living is the most important thing. Grandma is deep. I nod my head as if I sympathize. Oh, okay. I am right. It took me my whole life to realize that. After a moment of silence, Grandma continues speaking again. When you realize it's the Grim Reaper, I was afraid, but that's not the case now. Rather, I feel peaceful. The Grim Reaper is soft, says with a smile. Many people are afraid of me. Grandma is different. Grandma smiled warmly. I answer with a warm smile. Death is a part of life. I am now ready to accept it. Through this conversation, between the grandmother and the Grim Reaper, an atmosphere of understanding and respect. It is formed, and now the two beings, on the border between life and death, looking at each other. Formed between grandmother and Grim Reaper. In an atmosphere of understanding, Grandma is the last. I would like to check. Oh yeah. Now tell me honestly, am I really the Grim Reaper? The grandmother asked directly. The Grim Reaper briefly. After hesitating, I nod my head. Your grandmother. I am the Grim Reaper. I'm here to take my grandmother. of this word. The air becomes heavy in the room. But the grandmother's expression, it's surprisingly calm. Yes, then, my time is up. Grandma speaks calmly. The Grim Reaper bows his head. Yes, but when Grandma is ready, I'll come to pick you up. Grandma, for a moment, he was lost in thought and said, How did I know? Aren't you curious? The Grim Reaper is interested, I answer with a young expression. Yes, I'm really curious. Usually people doesn't recognize me. Grandma, start explaining with a smile. First, my eyes were not ordinary. The eyes were so deep and old. When I drink water, the water, it didn't actually disappear. Third, there was no sound of my footsteps. Fourth, my appearance is of sunlight. I didn't create a shadow. And the Grim Reaper make an expression of admiration. It's really amazing, Grandma. Like this, you observed every detail. Grandma smiles and says, After living for a long time, visible, that it's not everything. I found out, in the world, there are many things we don't know. The Grim Reaper nods. The depth of Grandmother's wisdom, I was impressed. Now I understand. Why me? Directly to Grandma. Should I have come to pick you up? Grandma, I ask with a curious expression. But what does that mean? The Grim Reaper explains. Usually other souls come. I'll take you with me. For a truly special soul, I come directly. Grandmother's wisdom and insight. It's really special, of this word. Grandma humbly. I wave my hand. Oh my, I just lived a long time. I just learned a little bit. Between two people, understanding and respect. The atmosphere becomes deeper. And now the Grim Reaper. Grandma, not just an object of human affairs. You will see it as a conversation partner. Grandma and the Grim Reaper. Now we know each other's identities. Have more in-depth conversations. Grim Reaper, I have a question. Left that world. What happens to people? Grandma asks. The Grim Reaper. Think for a moment and then answer. It depends on each person's life. 1001 lived a life. They go to a peaceful place. But those who don't, reflecting on your actions. Time has passed. Grandma nods. Yes, I see. Then what kind of life do you think you have lived? The Grim Reaper smiles. Grandma, he lived a wise and warm life. To many people, you had a good influence. Grandma, he smiles humbly and says, I just lived the life I was given hard. That's all. The two continue to live and die. And about the world beyond. Share a story. Through this conversation, the grandmother died. Dehan, little by little, I let go of my fear. As the conversation deepened, the grandmother, your life, I took time to look back. There were many things I regretted in my life, but that they made me grow. I finally realize it now. Grandma says, and the Grim Reaper is empathetic, I answer with my eyes. That's right. We learn from mistakes and regrets. It grows. Grandma looks out the window. I look at you and continue speaking. When I leave this town, what will happen to people? And especially my grandchildren. The Grim Reaper answers softly. Grandma's love and teachings, in their hearts, will remain forever. They remember their grandmother's wisdom. I will live. These words caught the grandmother's eye. Tears are welling up. Do you say that? My heart is pounding. The conversation between the two people. The night is deep. It continues without even knowing it's going. And through this sincere conversation, Grandma, organize your life. Prepare for the upcoming journey. Now, as the night deepens, talking to Grandma and the Grim Reaper, I'm heading towards the last moment. In my grandmother's eyes, there is a Grim Reaper now. I think it's time to leave. My grandmother says, but one last favor before I go. Could you please listen to just one? The Grim Reaper nods. Of course. Grandma, what do you want? Grandma, for a moment, take a breath and continue speaking. As I live, I met a lot of people. I said goodbye to them. I want to say hello, especially to my grandchildren. To those kids, finally, I want to convey my grandmother's love. And the Grim Reaper, for a moment, I answer while lost in thought. This is usually not allowed, but in the case of my grandmother, I will give special permission. But I can't see my grandmother. I can only hear my grandmother's voice. It's on my grandmother's face. A smile of relief spreads. Thank you so much. That's enough. To the guidance of the Grim Reaper, Grandma walks around town. To people, I say goodbye. Her voice is in the wind. It is carried and whispered in people's ears. Finally, when I arrived at my grandchildren's home, tears welling up in my grandmother's eyes. Yes, Arkanghi Minseo. Grandma whispers. Grandma, I don't know how much I love you. You will continue to love each other, live righteously. Grandma will always be watching you. Children who were sleeping in a dream, hearing my grandmother's voice, I smile. After saying her last goodbyes, the grandmother returned to the Grim Reaper and say, Yes, everything is ready now. I can go. The Grim Reaper nods. I reach out to my grandmother. Now let's go, Grandma. Grandma holds the Grim Reaper's hand towards a new journey. Take a step. On her face, peaceful smile is young. Dawn calendar grandmother's small thatched branches. And now inside, Grandma's 600,000 quietly lying down. The dawn light coming through the window. Soften Grandma's face. It shines. And the Grim Reaper is with his grandmother's soul. It's on one side of the room. Grandma's soul is young now. It has changed into a lively appearance. Yes, now it's really time to leave. Grandma says, looking at your own insults. The Grim Reaper nods. Yes, it is. Are you ready? Grandma takes a deep breath. Yes. I'm ready to go now. But I want to leave here. It's a little disappointing. At that time, I can hear the sound of heating in the distance. Today, announcing the beginning of a new day. It's a sound. Now let's go. The Grim Reaper speaks softly. Grandma, one last time. Take a tour of your home. And with a smile, holds the Grim Reaper's hand. The two people slowly appear. It starts to become cloudy. Finally, morning sunlight completely disappears inside. And in the room, I closed my eyes peacefully. Only my grandmother's greed remains. Outside the hall, birds are intelligent. The village slowly starts to wake up. The world continues to change. A wise soul has left. This moment is special and beautiful. Everyone so far, the identity of the Grim Reaper was discovered. Wise grandmother, thanks for listening to the story. Life and death through this story. And about the value of wisdom. I hope you have time to think about it. Hope. We all like Grandma someday. Last of life, you will have a moment. What will we be like then? Without regrets. Can I say that I have lived? To your precious people. Are you saying you love me? Today, to people around you. Expressing gratitude and love is, how about it? Everyone, this video, if you like it, please click the subscribe button. Your support is great for us. It gives strength. In the next video, another interesting, I'll come back with a story. Do you have any further questions? If you have any thoughts you would like to share, please leave a comment. See you again next time then. Goodbye.